YouTube drama. There is a whole, you know this, there's a whole sect, a whole category of YouTube creators, and they just sort of talk about the drama that takes place among the top YouTube creators out there. It's a little bit like TMZ for YouTube. YouTube drama is something I try my very best to avoid, but something came up today that I think is bigger than YouTube drama. It feels like actual news. The NewYorkTimes.com. The New York Times, that is the newspaper of record. Top story, Michael Flynn resigned as National Security Advisor. Huge, earth-shattering news. Just down to the right of that, though, he's the most popular star on YouTube. Now Disney has cut off ties with PewDiePie, and YouTube has distanced itself after he posted anti-Semitic imagery online. Google News, similar situation. Top stories about Michael Flynn. Second story about PewDiePie. How this came together is that the Wall Street Journal actually did a story on PewDiePie, and they found 9 instances since August wherein PewDiePie made anti-Semitic jokes. The Wall Street Journal even went so far as to edit their own video of PewDiePie, which is... You with me so far? PewDiePie made a bunch of bad anti-Semitic jokes about Nazis. Wall Street Journal called him out on it. But then, because of that story on the Wall Street Journal, because of that video by the Wall Street Journal, Disney, which owns Maker, the MCN that PewDiePie works for and works with, Disney severed ties with him. Moreover, because PewDiePie is the biggest, by far, the biggest content creator on YouTube with, like 53 million subscribers and almost 15 billion views, it shines a spotlight on the entire platform. And whether he wants it or not, and whether YouTube wants it or not, PewDiePie does represent this platform. All right, so what is my opinion on this? What is my take on this? Well, I'd like to preface all of it by saying, I've met PewDiePie, I've spent some time with the guy, he and I chat via text every once in a while, and in my very best judgment, I don't think the guy has a hateful bone in his body. I don't think he's interested in preaching hate, I don't think he's an anti-Semite, and I don't think his intent was to spread hate. What is it in Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility.
With great power comes great responsibility.
When you have 53 million subscribers, it does come with a responsibility, and that responsibility is to understand your audience and understand how your words are going to be interpreted. So while you may be saying something as a joke, your audience may not always interpret it like that. And I think with an audience that size, it could provoke something that could definitely skew the moral compass of a younger audience in a direction that really benefits no one. Literally, as I'm trying to finish this video right now. News just broke, here, I'll read it to you. YouTube cancels PewDiePie's show, pulls channel from ad program after his... That's a bigger deal. In conclusion, PewDiePie, I think he'll be okay. People have a tendency to forgive and forget. And while ultimately I'm not a fan of this kind of humor, there's nothing I appreciate or cherish more than free speech in any capacity. But I think what this does underscore is that for YouTubers, just like everyone else in the world, you can say whatever you want, but at times there will be consequences for it.